It was meant to be harmless fun, just a light-hearted joke. At least, that's what I told myself later that night, when the laughter had long faded and the silence of the room felt heavier than it ever had before. We were at a small dinner gathering in Seattle, surrounded by familiar faces. College friends, their partners, and a few of my husband Ryan's co-workers. The evening was warm with laughter, wine, and easy conversation. I was feeling confident, maybe even a little reckless. Ryan had always been the calm one, the quiet observer in every room, the man who never needed to prove anything. Maybe that night, I wanted to shake things up, to make him seem a little less composed and a little more human in front of everyone else. When the topic shifted to relationships and funny marriage stories, I saw my chance. I started teasing him, calling him unromantic, saying he'd rather watch a documentary than plan a date night, that sometimes being married to him felt like living with a responsible roommate instead of a husband. The table burst into laughter. For a moment, the sound made me feel witty and admired. Then I looked at Ryan. He was smiling, but it wasn't real. His expression was calm, too calm, his eyes holding something I couldn't name. It wasn't anger. It was deeper, colder. He didn't interrupt. He just waited until the laughter died, until the energy in the room thinned and the air felt tight. Then, setting his glass down, he said quietly, "You're right, Lisa. I stopped trying to be romantic because I realized I can't compete with the attention you need from everyone else." The silence that followed was suffocating. Even the clinking of forks stopped. My smile froze, and I tried to turn it into another joke. But Ryan's voice cut through again, soft, controlled, devastating. "You've always wanted people to laugh at me so you could feel above me. But I didn't marry a performer, Lisa. I married someone I thought respected me. Maybe I was wrong." He never raised his voice. That made it hurt more. Every word landed quietly but sharp, breaking something inside me I didn't know was fragile. Someone at the table cleared their throat, mumbling something about dessert. I couldn't look at anyone. My face was burning, my chest tight. Ryan stood up and walked to the balcony without a word. After a moment, I followed. The night air bit at my skin. "Ryan, I didn't mean it like that." I whispered. He didn't even turn around. "You never do," he said softly. "But that doesn't make a hurt less." The drive home was silent. It felt like miles of distance had grown between us in that short time. When we got home, he went straight to the bedroom, pulled out a small overnight bag, and began packing. "Where you going?" I asked, barely holding my voice steady. "To my brother's. For a while." He didn't look at me. "You wanted a husband who entertains people? Congratulations, you got your story." He walked out quietly, no yelling, no slammed doors. Just calm finality. That silence was worse than any argument could have been. It was the sound of respect leaving. I sat on the couch for hours, staring at the space he'd left behind, realizing I'd publicly humiliated the one person who'd never once disrespected me. The days that followed were unbearable. Friends texted awkwardly, unsure what to say. I tried calling Ryan, sending messages, apologizing, but he never answered. A week later, one short reply came through. "You broke something you can't fix with an apology." I cried reading it. He wasn't angry anymore, just done. 2 weeks later, I showed up at his brother's house. Ryan opened the door. His face was calm but distant, his eyes tired. "I'm sorry," I said instantly, my voice shaking. I was trying to be funny, and I ended up being cruel. He nodded slightly but didn't invite me in. "You've always been funny, Lisa," he said quietly. "But real love isn't supposed to be a joke." And that was it. The door closed, soft but final. That night, I finally understood some mistakes can't be undone. Some apologies can't rebuild what pride and ego destroy. Ryan didn't retaliate, didn't try to make me feel the pain I caused him. He just walked away with his dignity intact. And in the end, that silence, that calm, steady silence, was the loudest lesson I've ever learned.